Hey, what's going on YouTube? It is your old pal CHH. We're doing another home video history. Today we're doing the classic 1991's Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. I'm excited about this one. Now, I've done a number of the nightmares before, and I typically leave out the boring ones, like the regular DVD that you've seen 1,000 times, or that pathetic Blu-ray set. But I do have some extras that I want to show you. But let's start with this. Of course, we've got the classic Nightmare on Elm Street box set, the DVD set that everybody knows and loves. And of course, in here, we're going to get Freddy's Dead on, DVD with the classic poster art that we all know and love, and quite frankly wish we would get on new releases. But this set did come with some cheap 3D glasses that do have Nightmare on Elm Street on the back. So at least we've got that going on for that. So that's kind of cool. Not as cool as the laserdisc, though, which of course I have. We're going to look at a bunch of cool ones, guys. So I'm excited about Freddy's Dead. Tell me your memory of the first time you saw Freddy's Dead. That's what I want to know. That's something I'm really interested in. So here's some bonuses. Like I said, I don't have a lot of releases because, quite frankly, there's not a lot besides the boring stuff. Check this out. Here is the music original score from Brian May, one of the most legendary composers ever, who did the original score for Freddy's Dead. This is the cassette soundtrack for that. Vinyl had kind of died out in America, so you couldn't really get this on vinyl in America. I don't know if this got a UK release or anything. I know one of them did. And here is the music from the motion picture soundtrack, which is, by all accounts, legendary in the world of horror. If you're into soundtracks, you'll know that Freddy's Dead has a legendary soundtrack, and this is one of them. But one of my favorite, most prized possessions, I'll show this first, is the music from the motion picture UK soundtrack that I got. Was not released on vinyl in America, as far as I could tell. And the soundtrack for Freddy's Dead is amazing. Here's the sleeve on the inside. Iggy Pop, Young Lords, Fate's Warning, with one of the greatest prog metal songs we've ever heard, called Nothing Left to Say. Of course, you've got the Goo Goo Dolls, two songs from the Goo Goo Dolls, You Know What I Mean, and of course the classic I'm Awake Now. Such a legendary soundtrack. This is one of my prized possessions right here. I love it. But let's look at this real quick. This is the laserdisc for Freddy's Dead, and they go with a much different tone. As you can see, you can see a better idea of what's what. The laserdisc has a much darker tint to it. Freddy's Dead is in white, and it is 3D on the laserdisc. Here's the back of the Freddy's Dead. We got that Tom and Roseanne on the back. Alice Cooper is Freddy's Dead on there. Amazing. So let's look at the coolest part of this, which is, of course, the 3D glasses. Now, these 3D glasses are much cooler. As you can see, they are Freddy's Dead branded 3D glasses, and that is just wicked cool. I love this so much. So yeah, the laserdisc is my favorite release I own of Freddy's Dead, and it's for obvious reasons, because those 3D glasses are wicked cool. I do hope that when this movie does get released finally someday on a 4K or an updated Blu-ray, we will get true 3D, and I'm getting that PlayStation VR stuff, so that way I can actually watch the movie in 3D and really enjoy it. So guys, let's look at a bunch of awesome releases for Freddy's Dead. You know this is always really fun, and we'll be right back. Guys, so let's get started here with this foreign Blu-ray release. And it's interesting that we're going to notice a lot of the foreign stuff still refers to these movies as Nightmare on Elm Street, as you can see here with this Nightmare on Elm Street 6 and 7, Freddy's Dead, A New Nightmare double pack. Here is a double DVD feature of The Dream Child and Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. I think we've all seen that before. This one's a little bit cooler. Nightmare 5 and Freddy's Dead again, but this one has kind of like this whitish background with the Freddy's Dead image. Of course, the Freddy's Dead DVD. Not that cool. I believe this is Russian, and they have a whole set that's very similar to the Americans. Here is, of course, what I think is the Japanese DVD, and they always do a great job of just representing that great original artwork. Another one that looks very familiar, but notice it's called A Nightmare on Elm Street 6. Not just Freddy's Dead, it's A Nightmare on Elm Street 6, and it has an orange tint to it. Freddy's Final Nightmare on Elm Street 6. This one's interesting. I like it. I don't love it. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. You'll notice on this DVD release, though, that they use an image, promo image from 4, it looks like. And on the back side, there's a promo image from Freddy's Dream Child and Dream Warriors. So what's up with that? This is almost as bad as those Paramount Friday the 13th DVDs. Here's Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare laserdisc with the pink font and the big blue sky behind him. I love this. I wish I had a big poster of this art. This is about as classic as you can get from me. I believe this is the VHS, the digitally remastered VHS. Very similar to the DVD. In fact, it's probably all the same. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare VHS. Very classic, just like my original poster I have. This is another VHS that has this ghoulishly ingenious quote on the bottom. Just thought it was worth showing. And another VHS, we saved the best for last, the Freddy's Dead. All very similar. I guess this thing had a number of VHS releases. All right, here we get into some foreign VHS. Pasadeo Final I Morte de Freddy. Ehas Horapadicello 6. I'm sorry, guys. I can't say this stuff. But you'll notice a lot of them like that original art. They don't really screw around with it. La Fin de Freddy. Look at that New Nightmare on the back of that one. Lovely. This one's cool. I always like it when they have like that pinstripe stuff on the VHS art. Freddy 6. Look at the back of that. Roman numerals. They still numbered this one. Interesting. Look at this one. Nightmare 6 La Fin. Penta Video. That one's really cool. I like that one. I'll show you my favorite when we get to it. I'll let you know. Cow Map. We've seen this series. Look at that big Freddy hand up there with the metal fingers. Hasta La Vista Freddy. Look at that one, guys. That one's amazing. And then now Alice Cooper there on the back of that VHS. This one is a 9.5 out of 10. Look at this with Roseanne on the bottom. That is a great VHS cover. This looks like it's like Turkish or something. I wish I would have wrote down all the languages. I got to start doing that. I love this one. Take Him Home in a Box. They saved the best for last. Guild Home Video with the, you know, the homage to the end right there with the sweater, hat, and glove. The same thing with the 3D kind of logo on the front there. I like this one. Another Guild Home Video. This is a good one. Freddy Nizaj. This one's really cool. Look at the gold lettering on the spine for Freddy's Dead. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is my favorite, guys. This is the one. Look at the one. It's got Carlos on the front. And on the back side, they used the promo silhouette for Freddy's Nightmares. I can't believe it. That's just amazing. I love it. And then this is the Japanese DVD. Gotta dig that. I love that with the blue background and the pink Freddy's Dead at the bottom. Very similar to the Laserdisc. This one's great. This one has that family portrait background sheet with Freddy with the glasses on. That is hysterical. Yeah. Tele-K7 Video. I think they did some of the other ones we saw in the previous ones. This one's interesting. Freddy's Finale, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6. They cut off Freddy's head. So, very interesting. Very interesting. Same thing with this one. VPS Video. They did the same thing. But they did a good job on the back art. And it's called Freddy's Finale, which I'm guessing finale means dead in different languages. I'm ignorant, guys. You'll excuse me. So there it is, guys. That is Freddy's Dead on home video. Thank you guys for watching this. We've got a few more Nightmare on Elm Street we can do. I believe we can do the first movie, and I believe we can also do New Nightmare. And, of course, I've got other ones planned out. Child's Play Creepshow. I love doing these. These are very enjoyable, and I've got a playlist below. Go to my channel, go to my playlist. I have a home video history playlist. They're really binge-worthy and just, like, relaxing. I think so anyway. So I urge you to go check out the playlist. I love you guys. Let me know your memory of Freddy's Dead. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who make videos like this possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you very much.